Sully.
Boats. Whoa, my voice sounds very weird. Let's talk about them.
Rum. Appreciate.
Oh, can't make that jump. Can make this jump. Stealing pirate lighters. That's me. Let's just hop back around the boat. Shimmy our way this way. It's quite body strength you have, Mr. Drake. Whoop. That could have gone better. That's okay, because now we can just go over here.
Alright, now we're talking. Empty. Of course it's empty.
Why wouldn't it be empty, Nathan Drake? You fool. Fist. Many boats.
Where the hell am I? Look at this place. Shit.
Welcome to the ship graveyard section of the video game.
Okay, making progress.
It's pretty open-ended from what I remember, actually, surprisingly. Right in the ocean. I'm glad that guy just doesn't hear the,
I see you, buddy. Just don't turn around. Don't turn around.
pardon me, sir. Not have a gun? Why do you not have a gun? That is many dudes.
Alright, Sully. I heard there's a storm.
Yeah, Ramsey says he has something big cooking.
Who is that British woman, anyway?
She pays, who cares?
Oh, shit.
Oh, this is not going well. hang out right here for a second. Get down, Nathan Drake. Oh. No. It's uncool. I'll shoot you in the dick a couple times. Head in the water. I feel like this probably shouldn't work as well as it's been working. I'm not range of that. Get out of here. Ow. Oh boy. Oh. Ow. Many explosions.
No.
Oh, jeez. Where'd you come from? Shooting. What did I just say? Ow. Whoa. Pardon me. Very rude. Ironically, this is not, well, I remember this section being difficult. It was not the incredibly hard section that I was remembering. Ah! God. So just beeline for this. And then miss. Like a real cool guy. I forgot to join the Discord.
Good work,
I'm a professional.
as always.
That's why we have the little check mark next to our name on the YouTube.
Yeah. You don't have one of those.
No.
God.
You only get those if you make YouTube a lot of money. And trust me, you make no one a lot of money.
I don't. Oh, it's sad, but true.
You did make that one dude who didn't quite write his fucking Marvel Puzzle Quest character intros. You made him some money.
Yeah. Dive, Nathan Drake. Thank you. So we're in the boat graveyard section of the
I see
video
that.
game. Why are boat graveyards like really cool level ideas, but like rarely used?
I think it's a really cool level idea because look at it, and I think it's rarely used because everyone gets halfway to building one and then says, "Oh God, it feels like we're in Waterworld." Because look at this place, look how Waterworld this is. And then everyone remembers
Never actually
Waterworld and they just get sad inside. Holy shit, that man took a lot of bullets. Thankfully, fists will do the trick.
Get armor.
You can't kidney punch a man in full body armor.
Getting close.
Less
Can't
effective than shooting him. Because the bullet is like a long-range punch with a lot more force.
Whoops. Why are you screaming, Nathan Drake? That didn't even damage you. Oh god. That did, though.
He was preemptively screaming.
Oh, my aim is super good. Jesus. We're okay. That guy's not, though. Okay.
Also, I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
try to
used
do-
because most people don't want to bother with, like, water.
Water physics.
Considering the amount of games where you just melt and touch the water, it's like, maybe we just don't put in areas where the player can fall into water often. There are a lot of sniper lines aiming at you.
There are.
No, no, no. See ya.
It's moderately ridiculous.
Why didn't they give the snipers the super tough body armor?
Because they're snipers, they gotta aim good.
You can aim in. It's actually probably easier to aim in that because you just get into position and then just lock up and let the armor prop you up in that position. And then it's like I can be here all day, just aiming. It's like I'm wearing a full body pillow.
Here you go. The smell of propane.
You know that Nathan Drake loved the smell of propane in the morning?
I did not.
Well, he does.
Who doesn't love a good Apocalypse Now reference?
Nobody, that's who.
Why did he even say that?
Because propane tank exploded with the grenade.
Oh, okay. I just saw the grenade explode and was like, but it was a grenade, Nathan Drake. Crazy.
I think this is the other peril of the ship graveyard level is not knowing where the heck to go.
See, this is why they need to clearly mark objective. Like one big super evil ship that you know the bad guys are on.
To be fair, there's this big super evil cruise ship that I'm, let's say, 99% sure is where the bad guys are.
Is it just you can't get onto it?
It's just the trick of remembering how to get there. This way, maybe? He says, hopefully?
See, now if they wanted a cool set piece, they could have Nathan Drake, like, crash a ship into that ship.
That'd be cool. It's not gonna happen, but that'd be cool. Here's
It's
this bird,
unfortunate.
though. This bird's pretty cool. Wait, I think, do I have to do this? No. The answer to that question is a very decisive no. It's not that way. Oh, but there's the edge of the world. That's fun. You probably couldn't see that in the not HD version. Maybe it is this way. Maybe you have to do like a weird... Get up there somehow. And then get on that ship. This is where I came in. And I fought my way this way. Oh, wait, I bet it's up there, actually. Like... there, maybe. Jumping up on like that crane or something.
This seems promising.
Yeah.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
This doesn't look dangerous, says Nathan
I
Drake.
want to point out that just earlier today, I rewatched that section in Control of the ashtray maze.
Yeah.
And I want to point out how super easy it was to tell where you were going in that whole time, despite the fact that it was a maze. And, like, despite
Well,
how
if you didn't-
bizarre and shifting that environment is, how it was super easy to tell where you were going.
It's because of the music.
But no,
You
it's
didn't have
not.
the
I'm not
music
even
in
talking
the
about that. I
maze.
just mean, like, hey, you know how in that whole sequence it was like, man, I know exactly where I'm going and what door I'm going to. Even though this
Yeah.
is a big, super confusing MC Escher maze where the house is shifting the whole time. And
Yeah.
yet here, in a static environment, it is nigh impossible to figure out where the fuck you're supposed to be going. Because this game is fucking bad.
No, it's not.
It's just badly designed, or else you would know where you were going. I am now directly attributing your faults to this game, in real time. This game's
would you
Metacritic
do
score is
that?
going down the worse you do at it.
I don't think that's how this works. Oh no, pirates with riot shields!
No, no, no. Incoming.
But yeah, I'm just saying that, like, in a good game, the developers make sure to guide the player properly. Whereas in a game like this, you just kind of flounder aimlessly in a boat graveyard for a while. And eventually maybe find your way to the right spot. But you know, it's a style thing. Some people like to make good games, and some people like to make bad games, so...
You like Legacy of Kain,
It's true.
made by the same people.
And I've also said multiple times, man, I wish this was a book instead of a game. Because, man, I like those games. You know what I hate about those games? Playing them.
Nice. That'll do it.
Here's this boat. Climbing on a boat. But yeah, there is a big evil cruise ship over. Over.
Don't look down. Okay. I gotta get one shot at this.
There. This is not a good showing of me trying to get a look at the big evil cruise ship.
Back on solid ground. Or solid boat.
Here's this fun dramatic camera angle for very little to no reason, but it's amusing.
I need a tetanus shot after this.
Nathan Drake, you need a tetanus shot after all of your adventures. Don't... Come on, be real.
Also, those things last like 9 years. So, like, if he just packed these adventures closer together, he wouldn't need so many.
Whoa, why'd you jump that way, Nathan Drake? That's not the way to jump.
Down here. Keep an eye on him.
It's me, the hangman.
If Nathan Drake gave someone a buckshot lariat, this game would be way better.
Does have a sick elbow drop.
Nathan Drake, you do not have this much upper body strength.
He's got so
No
much
one
upper
has
body
this
strength.
much upper body strength.
I mean, he's like bracing himself with his feet. That guy's got lungs.
Thank God they built the side of this ship like a fucking egg carrier. It's got handholds all over it.
I mean, how else are the ship workers gonna, you know, get up on it?
Like a reasonable person, not climbing up the side of the ship.
Why would anyone do that?
Because you don't want to die horribly working on a ship.
You don't?
Would you? Want to fall into the water and drown? Or be eaten
Not
by
really.
various murderous sea creatures? The stingray?
I don't think there are any stingrays around. I'm gonna be super
Well, how would you know?
honest.
Are you an expert on
How?
fucking sea creatures?
No.
Didn't think so. Gonna fall into the water here in the ocean and get attacked by the fucking Kandiru?
They don't live in salt water.
How do
like
you
Matt.
know? Maybe
Get
there's an
over
ocean
this.
Kandiru.
No.
Are you a marine biologist? No?
I wanted to be when I was a small child.
Well, if you were, you could refute my arguments. Instead, you gave up on your dreams.
Where's that radio tower?
I'd assume the radio tower is up, Nathan Drake, but I'm no boatman.
Nowhere to hide now.
I like that man who says nowhere to hide as I'm in the middle of hiding.
Watch your step.
Also, that man who says watch your step as I'm climbing. Oh, flying kick. Very cool, Nathan Drake.
All right, nearly there. Nice.
There's the evil
Ramsey
boat.
ship.
Look at that evil boat.
All right, finally, let's. You gotta be kidding me. This place is a mess.
Oh, all the radio equipment be broken.
It always is.
Plan B. Wait.
Also, if all your radio equipment is busted, doesn't that make this kind of a bad guy base?
Well, the radio equipment
That must
here
be
is
where the
busted.
vessel Sully. Gotta get on that ship.
I have to go get on the evil cruise ship.
I feel like if I was going to make my base on an evil cruise ship, I would want it to be a functioning evil ship.
Well, so the evil cruise ship is functioning. The evil cruise ship is over there.
Oh, you're just not there yet.
This is not the evil cruise
Okay.
ship.
So wait, they're not even on an abandoned ship. They're on just a normal ship. Just adjacent to all of the abandoned ships?
Yeah,
That's lame.
adjacent to all the ship graveyard ships.
That's lame.
But it's smart because you don't want your base on a broken ship. You want to be able to get out.
Yeah, but you like refurbish the abandoned ship, so it's like a ghost ship.
I mean, that's probably an abandoned ship that they refurbished. I don't know. I don't think the game really goes into the stuff about the ship.
That's weird. It should. It's interesting. It's more interesting than what the fuck are you hunting down again?
Iram of the Pillars.
What is that?
The Atlantis of the Sands. It's Lawrence of Arabia. Like what he supposedly apocryphally found. Which I'm gonna be super honest, is the last of the Uncharted stuff that I could tell you what it is, because ask me what you're searching for in Uncharted 4.
The plot,
Yeah.
better writers, money,
Oh, no, they had money.
more
Better
money
writers.
though. You know how we get more money? Let's put the Last of Us guys in charge.
Oh, yeah.
These guys know how to write a story.
But we're not there yet.
Which, to be fair, from what I've seen of Uncharted, there's nowhere to go but up. So, you know. Maybe
You say
those
that
Last
now.
of Us guys
Well,
can finally turn this franchise into something other than a disappointing Tomb Raider clone.
you hold that thought in your brain and think about it.
They can finally add a touch of class to the Uncharted franchise. Someone respectable with a pedigree in here.
Like Troy
I
Baker.
really thought you were going to say like Triple H. But yes.
Like Laura Bailey in digital blackface.
But not real blackface.
No.
You can't get away with that unless you're a politician.
True.
Oh crap!
Actually, this is just to get into some of the things to talk about in a little early because I read this and was like, this actually makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
In the original script for Uncharted 4, Laura Bailey was not in digital blackface.
Oh.
Laura Bailey was a white character, and then The Last of Us people said, we need black people. And who do we have? Laura Bailey. Well, we tried. Oh, there's a lot of dudes. What is that guy doing? Just had a bunch of flares and was doing like semaphores. It was very weird. What?
You okay over there?
I shot that man with my pistol so hard he evaporated.
What is this, Control? I wish this was Control.
Yeah.
TFP, that game is really good.
It's really good.
I was thinking about buying it now they did that performance patch. I'm like, I'll probably give that a shot. And see if that performance patch is fixed to the PS4 version. Because I've heard that it at least helps.
Don't leave without me, boys.
Yeah.
And I can put up with a version of that game that at least works okay, as long as it is not working as poorly as people implied it was in the original version.
Very eloquent, Nathan Drake.
Oh, weird. At some point,
What's
your video reloaded and was no longer live. So I had to fix that. Like, it would put me back at the very start of the broadcast.
Weird. I had to check in it because I've only dropped 80 frames, which is like a second. Actually, like 2.5 seconds because I don't stream with 60 frames per second.
But you stream with the feel
Internet.
of 60.
I stream with the feel of 60.
I mean, the human eye can only detect like 40 frames a second anyways. So.
Thanks, Ninja Theory. There was another guy. Oh, there he is.
Ah! I'm just gonna run away and let this happen.
You doing monster on there?
Yeah,
things?
I'm fighting that Anjanath that I've been meaning to fight.
I tried to fight Volcana with my minus a billion ice defense.
How'd that go?
Poorly.
How about that sweeping breath attack?
Not that bad actually, but
Well, you're up close most of the time anyways, yeah.
yeah.
As someone trying to use a bow, that was not fun.
Like when I had to not be close, it was a problem. Also, I feel like dying and coming back is also like just a killer. Because as soon as you come back after you die, Volcano just gets up right in your face and just like destroys all the cannons. And it's like, come on. This boat's exploding. That's not great. Oh god. There are like 3 dudes here. There's a pistole over here somewhere. There it is. Punch you in the dick. Punch you in the face. this boat's on fire too.
This seems to be a recurring
That's
problem.
an issue.
It's like the Battle of Chibi up in here.
The what now?
Learn your ancient Chinese history.
Will you stop shooting me? To be honest, you say the Battle of Chibi, and I just think of like a bunch of tiny, cute Japanese anime characters just
I mean,
fighting each other.
Chinese, but essentially. I'm sure there's a chibi version of Dynasty Warriors out
If there's not, then there really should be.
there. I feel like the DS game was like close. It was totally like a weird DS Dynasty Warriors game. It was like a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
It sounds way better than regular Dynasty Warriors.
You would think that.
To be super honest. I really need that boat to get over here so I can jump on it. Ow! Also, I feel like this is fucking Fast and Furious 6 airstrip with how much ocean is between this boat and that boat.
And the answer is more than you'd think.
The answer is like
All of it.
fucking, yeah, like 60 miles of airstrip, because I think people did the math. Ow! Rockets hurt. Don't get shot by rockets, make me mad. That's the lesson. I don't know why you need to learn that lesson, but
I feel like it's a lesson most people either know or don't know. It's not something you generally learn. At least not through experience.
that's fine.
I feel like there's not a lot of room to learn that from experience.
Oh shit! Where the hell did that come from?
I feel like I gotta be missing something. Oh, that's what I'm missing.
Do that again!
Eat it, other boat.
Other boat ain't shit.
Blue boat number 1. Fuck red boat.
One shot this.
Well, now I'm back on the other side. You always go red boat.
I really appreciate that this chapter on the cruise ship is called Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. Also, this cruise ship chapter is like, this is like the train equivalent, sort of, in that this is just like a weird technical showpiece.
The train of the sea.
It's the boats, the train of the sea. But also, like, for things that you probably don't think of as being, like, super technically impressive.
Mhm.
Like...
Gotta get to the upper deck.
It's gonna take me a second to get to where I should have been when I started this conversation.
Crap, it's blocked.
But, you know... I tried, and that's
You did.
what counts. really appreciate Nathan Drake just continuously saying "Don't look down," as if his entire life is just that's his motto. I'm not sure there's a part of Nathan Drake's life that has ever been made better by looking down. Oh, whoops, hello. Fine now, thank you. That was dumb. Oh, it's not gone well for you, Nathan Drake.
So much to smell.
What's wrong with boats, Nathan Drake? Boats are fun. Been on a boat?
I have been on boats. They're okay.
I like boats.
Not a huge fan due to the fact that I can't swim. Therefore, being on a boat in itself is a kind of a risky proposition.
Where did that thing come
Alright, it's a dead engine now. Time to kill like 50 more of those motherfuckers. So that's how this game goes. Is this just a master rank thing where monsters keep dying in funny poses? Does it feel like it happens way more in master rank? Why is that man a stormtrooper?
Don't worry about it.
Why is he invincible?
He's got a lot of armor.
Yeah, but you were shooting him in parts that clearly weren't armor.
He's got a lot of armor. He's got like so much armor.
Oh,
making
that's a bad sign for the world. I googled how effective is, and it auto-completed to like birth control. And I was like, no, I was looking for like armor, you idiots.
I mean, so like the actual answer is, it's very effective once, maybe twice if you're lucky.
Specifically, I was looking for like, there's like the dumb picture of like big dumb post-apocalyptic armor made out of tires, and I was like, how effective would armor made out of tires actually? I was thinking about this at work today. Like, if I hit that guy with an axe and he had tire armor, like, I feel like that would actually be pretty good.
Yeah. Hi, more people. This isn't even the hard part I remember, but I do remember this part being hard.
No, I don't need to know about using armor all on my tires. God damn it.
You know what else is actually pretty effective armor? Like, no joke. Like, phone books.
Yeah. You can see that.
Mine.
Nice.
You just hip fire this machine gun. Okay, so continuing the earlier thing, this swimming pool thing is actually super impressive. Because we have a water simulation of the ocean that's affecting the boat, that's affecting a water simulation, and then you can like kick things into it. Also, I'm playing Marco Polo in this swimming pool, but there's nobody around.
Marco.
And also, Marco Polo is not even in this game. This is a game about Francis Drake and Lawrence of Arabia.
Right into the lion's den.
Yeah, that's alright. I'm sure it is much more impressive on a technical level of this is how we did this.
Also on a PS3.
Yeah.
In like 2011.
No, it's pretty impressive. It's okay, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing.
Oh, Jesus. There was a guy off camera who just shot me.
Rough.
It's uncool. Blink. This Tau sniper gun is very good. That is all. Ow.
Over here.
I'm just gonna retreat back to cover.
Great.
Oh, hello. Sir, this is my cover. You will have to find your own. Thank you. There we go. That went so much better. Oops. I didn't want to drop that yet, actually. Oh, snippers.
Oh boy. Great.
Please do not be shooting me. They're not really listening when I say, like, hey, don't shoot me. Like, because they're still shooting me. I feel like that's very rude. I'm asking nicely. I'm saying please. Oh, that was really goofy. Pardon me, please stop shooting grenades at me.
Great. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, great. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my health.
How's it going?
We're not even at, like, the crazy hard part yet. Like, that is not to say this part is not difficult, because it is. But this isn't even, like, the part that I remember being really hard. I didn't remember getting lost in the ship graveyard, but that's also because I'm me and have no sense of direction. I just did this. What if I went super crazy? We're gonna try being super crazy.
Oh boy.
Well, didn't quite work. Turns out sometimes it's not a good idea to go real crazy. That was quite a backflip.
Oh boy.
It's me, the blind fire marksman. Shit.
Sounds like it's not going so great.
It's not going so well. It could be going better, let's say.
Great. Oh boy.
Mostly I'm just glad I didn't promise that I'd be finishing this today.
Oh right, I forgot to mention. Because this is now a running theme.
Yeah.
Would you like to know how I've been blighted this week?
Sure.
It's my day off. And I was like, all right, time to come home and have the weekend off. And then I got a text message like an hour before I got off work. It was like, hey, by the way, the air conditioner started like spewing water, so we had to shut it off for the day. I was just like, great. So I'm just sitting here with a fan aimed at me, which is all right. It's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay. But it's no air conditioner. So the problem is, as soon as I have to get up and go refill this drink, it's really gonna suck in the rest of this house.
Unfortunate. Is that everybody? That's not everybody, because I just heard somebody go get in there.
Also, as someone who has never tried them before TFP, I'm just curious.
Uh-huh.
How are the dual blades in Monster Hunter?
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't played them since, like, Freedom 2. Like, not even Freedom Unite. Freedom 2. There we go. That's a success. Why did I pick up that? Oh, I guess I need that, because I didn't have the Pistole, and I ain't got no need for no Pistole. I do, however... Oh, that way. Probably. Nope. Not this way. This way is just treasure. This way.
Alright. Gotta get down to the hall. Find Sully.
Oh, hello, sir.
Shit!
Punching you. Taking your gun. This is kind of a fun section, where you're just kind of traipsing through the hallways of this cruise ship.
It's fun, but it also immediately makes me think of, I want to say, the second Naked Gun movie.
See, I thought you were going to say either Resident Evil Revelations or Resident Evil 6. And I was going to say, don't do this.
No, Nathan's sneaky walk reminded me of, in whichever Naked Gun movie that is, that opens with O.J. Simpson sneaking onto a cruise ship to overhear the evil villain plan, and then being shot a ludicrous number of times and falling into the water, which leads to maybe my favorite gag in that entire goddamn movie, and one of my favorite gags in any movie ever, which is later when they go to investigate the crime scene and there's a chalk outline floating on the water. It's so goddamn funny. Every time I see it, I lose my shit. The idea is hysterical to me. Because nobody draws attention to it, it's just there. But there's just
no, Sully's been beheaded!
There's like white tape in the shape of a person floating in the water. And it's amazing.
Crap.
Or it's a fake.
Ah.
You have given me so much trouble.
It's a shitty mannequin.
We're gonna end
Yeah.
it now.
Or another kidnapped
Yes.
tourist they beheaded just for kicks.
Never had him, did you?
Of course not. I lied. Remember?
He lied. He's a pirate.
Yalla, let's go.
Which, ironically,
that's right.
means that, like, this entire ship graveyard section, kind of pointless in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And now that guy's dead. And also, we've blown a hole in the side of this cruise ship, which, probably not a great plan. I don't know, you know. And Nathan Drake raises a very good point of the fact, why are these people still fighting me while we're on a sinking boat?
Especially because they're all wearing, like, super heavy armor. If anything, they should be trying to strip all that armor off now so they can try to swim to safety. It's almost like these people aren't actually people, and instead are just poorly programmed video game enemies.
I wouldn't say poorly programmed.
They are fighting you on a sinking ship.
Damn it, this is...
This part where the room is slowly filling with water would be more okay if the water hadn't noticeably paused while you shot those guys.
What are you talking about? It's a very pressing matter. We're on a strict time limit. Make me mad.
You shot that man in the dick.
I do that a lot.
You ever played Sniper Elite?
Yes. And you know what I do in that game?
I'm assuming a lot of
Shoot
dick
people in
shots.
the dick. Lots.
How
of
many
dick
times have you
shots.
shot Hitler in the dick?
Okay, get out of here.
Many times.
I was talking to my cousin about
Zombie.
this, but, like, assuming that time travel eventually became a real thing, you would have to
Like
establish...
time travel tourism and just repeatedly going to shoot Hitler in
So
the
that's the
dick.
problem, is if you had time travel being a real thing, doesn't that mean you'd inevitably have to make, like, an entire time cop police division whose job is just to save Hitler?
Yeah.
So that'd be somebody, like, that'd be multiple people's job is just an endless lifetime of saving Hitler from people with time machines.
I am sure there are enough people who are not maybe, let's say, the best people who would be totally down for that.
Maybe. But it would also lead to discussion of, like, all the other horrible things throughout history you have to make sure happen to keep the timeline secure.
So Doctor Who doesn't get it in his dumb idea head that, oh, this lady needs to be saved from Mars.
Exactly. So it's like somebody's got to be out there, and it's like, wait, what do you mean this guy went back in time and tried to cure cancer early? Go put a bullet in him. Oh, Nathan Drake is dead.
He's okay, folks.
He really shouldn't be. If nothing else, he should be sterile.
Now this is like that one section in, I don't remember if it actually happened in Metal Gear Solid 2 or it was just in that one trailer where, like, Solid Snake is running from all the water and whatnot. Was that just in that one trailer or did that actually
I
happen?
don't know. I've never actually played Metal Gear Solid 2.
What?
What?
I find that surprising.
Why? Metal Gear Solid's bad. It
What?
got good at 3.
What?
Do you not know this?
I like Metal Gear Solid
3 was the
2.
first playable Metal Gear Solid game.
I like Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh yeah, but you also like Uncharted, so you know.
Where am I going?
Man, I don't know. That's like a question that is bigger than this streaming situation.
Oh, there we go. Sideways room.
Which way is up?
All right, toilet treasures. Anyway, this has gone real bad for this cruise ship. I don't know if you can tell.
I can kind of see it.
Considering that it's, you know, sideways. Generally speaking, you don't want your cruise ship to be sideways.
Yeah, it's a bad way for it to be.
Don't say something went right before it finishes going right, Nathan Drake. Come on.
Amateur mistake.
Shit, no, no, no!
It didn't go well for you, Nathan Drake. Almost like you tempted fate. Oh, and then he does it again by saying that it can't get much worse than this. You fool. Where am I going? That is a great question. There we go. Ow. Oh, Nathan Drake. There you go.
Time to get out of this aquarium.
Oh, who's shooting? Oh, he's not dead, despite getting shot directly in the head.
I mean, he stumbled back, but you really couldn't tell where he got shot.
His, like, neck snapped back.
He had an armored hat on.
Easy son of a bitch!
You made the foolish mistake of shooting him in the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Also, that guy man is very clearly gut shot.
Did he get shot in the gut and sell the head to make make Nathan Drake think
Yeah,
that
to
he
make the
killed
reveal
him?
come in later.
It's super dumb.
If this game was good, he would be riding that wave behind you as you ran down this hallway. Like he is surfing at the front of the wave, firing the shotgun as you run away from the wave. Why is this game not better?
It's good enough.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Get out of here.
Also, you see how that guy was gut shot and he just, like, died, like, a few minutes later?
Yeah.
Remember when Nathan Drake was, like, gut shot and then, like, fell off a fucking mountain? An exploding
Yeah.
train?
Yeah.
And then he was fine?
Nathan Drake's way tougher.
I don't know, Nathan Drake's not a pirate.
But he's a treasure hunter.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I understand. Now, can you call me if, anything changes? Oh my god. I gotta go. Nate!
Thought this was frowned upon.
Shut up. I really thought you were gone this time. Are you okay?
Is, Sully?
He's alive. But they've got him.
Oh, they actually do have Sully.
They're in a convoy headed into the desert.
We gotta go.
No, whoa, 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 whoa. No. No, it's not that simple. Come on. They got at least 2 days head start on us, so we'll never catch up.
We gotta try.
Listen, I've got a plan. But we're only gonna get one shot at this.
Okay.
They're loading up a cargo plane at the airport. They're gonna make a supply drop to the convoy.
We gotta be on that plane.
Exactly.
You do realize that means parachuting in, right?
Remember Uncharted 1?
Vaguely.
Uncharted 1 jokes.
Not
We
well.
parachuted super good.
Okay. I could really use a glass of water, and then we ought to get going.
No. My contact at the airport says that the plane isn't taking off until dawn. In the meantime, just try to get a couple hours sleep.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on.
Don't kill yourself, you idiot,
He'll call if anything changes.
says Elena.
You're really gonna do all this on your own, huh?
For Sully? Yeah.
I like the way you say.
I know.
No, I mean that's.
I know what you mean.
Now we're at an airport. And I've got my adventuring scarf.
There it is.
Okay, here.
Man, I don't want to have to use this.
I know, but we have to do this quietly. They catch us sneaking onto that plane, we're dead.
So, ironically, I think this is actually one of the few sections of the video game
Mm-hmm.
where you actually can
Guess we are going
do
this
this 100% stealthily.
Oh.
Think we can cut through
Because normally what happens is you can you do the you can take out like the initial wave O dudes
Mm-hmm.
with stealth kills, and then when the second wave comes in, they immediately go, "Oh God, the first wave's all dead," and start firing at you. But because you have silenced pistols, you can actually do this entirely stealthily.
It's like this
Now,
way
I
out on the
say
other side.
you can do this, does not mean we're going to do this.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, great.
Because again, I'd point you to every other stream I've ever done.
Looks like we can get out that window.
But we need a way up.
How about this car?
If I put it in neutral, I think we can push this.
Here, I'll push. You steer.
Oops.
How much further?
We're almost there. Keep going.
Did you bother to look for keys?
Keep going.
All right, hold it steady. I'm gonna climb on top.
If you just put the parking brake on.
Hurry, it's slipping. I can't hold it much longer.
Even Drake's not having a good day. Although, to be fair, like,
Mm-hmm.
what constitutes a good day for Nathan Drake?
It's a good question.
Did I miss something? Like a door, probably. Oh.
Man, that's a big plane. Hold on a minute. I'll open the door.
Here, two guys.
Two guys? That's nothing. I'm one guy. I can take him. Dunk. Nope. It's a really dumb way to lock a door. So yeah, stealthy. We stealthed them.
You okay?
Yeah, you?
Great.
Same thing?
Yeah, I think we can do the same thing.
This car's on. You don't have to push it. Just get in it. Drive.
Oh, whoa, loosen it. Oh, crap, that's bad. That's really, really bad.
Get down!
Ah. Stealth.
Up here.
What was that?
Shit. We've been spotted. There goes the element of surprise.
Take these guys out fast!
Just keep your head down.
I find it really weird that Nathan Drake drops his gun to do the big uppercut and then will pick up the exact same gun and not just, like, you know, just pick up the rest of the ammo from the second gun. Ow!
I mean, there's really not time.
He's finished.
Who's there?
Hey, the shotgun is pretty good against those armor guys.
Yeah.
And then you ate it. And kind of fell your face in that guy's butt. But it's okay.
I like that I died and my gun just started spinning. But see, now I can do good. Now I can stealth him. I'm stealthing him super good.
Shit. We've been spotted.
Ah,
Yeah, there goes the element of surprise.
my timing is impeccable, by the way.
Keep your head down.
It's okay. You'll get through it someday. Maybe not today.
Someday, someday I'll beat this game.
This game you have already beaten.
Only once.
Shit. We've been spotted.
Watch out, Nate!
There goes the element of surprise.
Take these guys out fast!
Just keep your head down.
I beat Uncharted 1 0 times, and that turned out okay. I also feel like there should be like a 1 in 100 chance or something. Like that's probably too often. Like 1 in 1,000 chance that when you do that grenade melee kill, like the guy just finds the grenade and throws it. That'd be fun.
What was that game that had all the weird reload animations that triggered occasionally?
Battlefield Hardline. Or like a third arm would come in
Yeah.
and be like,
Those things are fun. I like when games have weird Easter egg
Yeah.
things like that. And those have like a super rare chance of happening, yeah.
yeah.
It's just that, you know, you reload a lot, so eventually you're gonna see it. I just like the idea that that happens, you know, while you reload, and, you know, it's rarely. So there's a good chance that that would happen and you wouldn't really notice it. You'd, like, barely notice and be like, wait, what the fuck just happened? But then you have no way to check.
Yeah.
You're just very
well, now you
confused.
do, because now you just hit the share
Yeah.
button, and you're like, what was that? Or you're like me and stream a solid third of the video games you play. There's a record of a bunch of dumb nonsense happening.
Find it.
Don't flush them out. We're not in the toilet. It doesn't make any sense, but, you know, it's how we get at the time. Oh, oh boy. This is less than ideal.
This. Eat this. No, no, no.
Ow! Don't shoot me while I have no health. Do you have any idea how rude that is?
Great.
I'd really like my health to regenerate. There we go. I really like that that counted as me getting a kill with a grenade.
All right, follow me.
That was very dumb.
We're almost
I
there.
do like the way that guy just fucking slammed into the ground directly at you like a bullet, though.
Yeah,
Physics are fun.
they are.
How is this part still going?
We're almost there.
Looks like it's a straight shot from here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb to the top, then I'll help you over.
All right.
Keep me covered.
Hey, what are you doing?
Elena, listen.
Damn it! I knew you would try something like this.
Don't. Please. This is a million to one shot. But I almost lost you before.
You're not.
I just
Remember
can't.
when you got blown out by a grenade?
So take that Jeep.
Did Elena just fall for the most obvious double cross on the planet?
Yes.
While you can.
Of, you stay here, I'm gonna get up top and then help you. And then Nathan Drake was just like, nah, I'm out.
Go.
Me and my adventuring scarf got adventures to do. Ah, that's not ideal.
Hello. How's it going?
Alright. Feeling a bit either allergy-y or coldy, but hopefully not too bad.
I died because I went the wrong way. It's at the start. Well, I died again. Because for some reason, it decided to give me this silenced pistol and nothing else. That's really weird and dumb, and I don't know why they did that.
Just to spite you.
'Cause I had a gun with a lot of bullets. Ouch. Time to jump on this plane. And by jump on this plane, I mean jump on this Jeep because Elena did not go home.
Hey! Deja vu, right? Yeah. Just get me up to the
A
landing
Jeep
gear.
suddenly got a fucking Mario Kart turbo boost.
Careful.
Keep it steady. To the right. Or this way.
Jump down.
Alright, now I'm on a plane.
God.
Also, if I recall correctly, this chapter has a real good name. Would you care to guess what the name of this chapter is?
I don't know.
Drake's on a plane.
Thank you.
Oh, that's actually the title?
No.
Oh.
Stowaway.
Gonna be honest,
But
it's
that
kind of
would have been real
underwhelming.
good. Would have been real good if it was Drake's on a plane.
Yeah, like, actually Grabs was so much better that now I'm just kind of disappointed in the real title.
I feel like you're playing this up a little bit.
Not really, like, Stowaway, that's it?
I mean, to be fair,
Boring.
guess what I was? Ow, my face. Also, we're not spending a lot of time on this plane.
I mean, you can only explore a plane for so long.
Ow, my face.
Probably protect your face.
Talk about this.
That could have gone better. Hey, here's like one of the big famous promo shots of this game. It's a really low-flying plane. Oh dear.
I wish more of these people had skulls.
Please elaborate.
Yeah.
I need 30 skulls for this quest, but not if everyone drops a skull.
Oh. Thought you were, yeah. No.
What are you playing?
I was World of Warcraft Classic.
Oh,
so
right.
That is correct, yeah.
I can tell by the clacking.
That is a good indicator. Sorry about that. My microphone is
Oh,
like
it's fine.
right by my WASD, so...
I only had to turn you down a little bit last stream. Oh dear. Like, not for any, stream quality reasons, it's just I was getting a headache.
Yep. Promise.
I'd like my health to regen, please. Thank you. Boy, that's not a tweet I expected to look over and see.
No. Is it more blackface?
No, it's in fact the opposite of that, because it's about a very famous whiteface.
No.
CNN's tweeting about Bruce Scanlon using his
Oh,
man
yeah.
who inspired the blinking man gif.
I don't think inspired is really the right word. Okay.
You
Man
keep
who
looking at it, I
gives
guess.
that gif.
Is trying to use his fame to raise money for National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Also, boy, this plane got fucked up.
I'm shocked.
It's like Saints Row the Third up in here. Oh, I was supposed to do something there. That was cool. Ow. All right.
Oh, thank God.
Well, we lived. That's the good news.
This is not good.
Bad news is we're in the middle of the 600-mile wide featureless desert with no map or anything or water or, anything.
You are, however, right at the site of like a major plane crash, so presumably people would investigate that.
Yeah, but it's the secret society plane, so, no.
Right, it's a
Probably.
secret society plane, so only people who are in the secret society can see the wreckage.
It's in the middle of the
It's
desert.
a giant smoking plume.
Do you know how big this desert is?
Large. Do you know how big the fucking sky is?
Also big.
It's like, huh, there's this giant smoke plume coming up out of the normally featureless desert.
Wreckage and sewer.
Probably shouldn't bother investigating.
There's some water. Something.
Here's a gun. Oh, there's a hand attached to it, though. That's morbid.
Perfect. Here we go.
Dramatic trailer shot, because I'm pretty sure that was the thing that they ended like all the trailers with. Was Nathan Drake with a plane crash in the background going perfect.
I certainly remember that.
Also, this was Year of the Desert. So I want to say Journey was also this year? Maybe? This is a big desert. Look at how big this desert is, make me mad. Look at how far we've gotten from the plane with no visual of the wreckage of the plane. It's also almost like they mentioned earlier in the game that most people just go around the desert.
Hating the sand. Okay. So hot. Let me just find some water. Some water.
Nathan Drake would like some water.
Wow. Oh, thank God. Bring it on up. I don't care if it's cold or not. Damn it.
It's really unfortunate for you, Nathan Drake.
Shit. You gotta be kidding me. Now what? Where are you, Sully?
Here's a bunch of stars that if I was good at celestial navigation, I could maybe navigate with them, but...
Survive. It's the Big Dipper.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Should have been in the Navy. I'm talking to him. I'm exhausted.
Hey, there's someone waving. Definitely Sully over there. Why would it not be Sully, make me mad?
I mean, who else could it possibly be? Said it yourself, it's Big Dumb Pete Earl's desert, he's impossible to find.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, there's a bunch of trees. And some water.
What are the roots that clutch? What branches grow out of this stony rubbish?
Oh no, the water's going
Son
away.
of man, you cannot
Who
say
could have
or
predicted
guess.
this?
For you
And
know
also,
only
the
people
British
create
lady's doing
images
narration.
It's the well.
where the sun beats and the dead tree gives
Also,
me
hey, we're
shelter.
back to the well
The
that we
cricket
found
no relief,
that first
and
day.
the dry stone no sound of water.
Damn it, I've been going in circles. Shit! Ah, damn it, Nate. Stupid.
You know, they've proved that, like, that's actually a thing that happens. Like, if you blindfold someone and, like, just be like, here's a big area, just, like, walk
Yeah, they
around
always
and
go in
try to find
circles.
the other side.
Only there's
Yeah.
a shadow under this red rock. Come in under the shadow of this red rock.
Yep, that's why you gotta leave something to mark your path. Well, whether or not if you're blindfolded,
And I
that might
will
be
show you
difficult. But
something different.
Boy.
From either your shadow at morning striding behind you, or your shadow at evening rising to meet you. I will show you fear in a handful of dust.
What if I don't want to be shown fear in a handful of dust?
Oh, God. Lay down. You lay down.
He laid down. It's probably bad. He said he couldn't, but then he did.
What a fool. Also, I feel like this is supposed to be like more impactful, and you're supposed to be like, "Oh man, Nathan might not make it." Instead, I'm like, "Oh, thank God he might die.
Nate,
We might finally beat the end of this long national nightmare that is the Uncharted series."
come on, give me a hand.
I mean, to be fair, we're almost at the end of, well, this game.
I'm looking for you. Couldn't find you. I don't know how long I've been out here. Okay. Sully? Sully? Sully?
There's a wagon, for no good reason.
I'm coming, Sully.
Whoop.
What's there?
And a city of some description. Maybe. I hope.
Please don't let that. It's been a mirage.
Oh, no. Seems to be a real village. It's just, like, not occupied.
Shit. Ghost. try to.
Whoops! Ow.
Need that. I found a well.
Oh, this appears to be. Oh. Well. Well.
Damn it, it's dry.
That didn't go quite so good.
There you go. Shh. It's undrinkable.
Welp.
Okay, don't give up.
I just realized like how much of my stuff is just like the way I normally talk is unintentional well puns.
There's gotta be something useful here.
Does there really have to be something useful here, Nathan Drake? Like Villain Crew.
Shit! It's right.
Villain Crew's here.
And they're useful.
Okay, need a gun.
Are they?
Yeah, because people are mostly water, so you can kill them and drink them.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think that's exactly how that works. If you're desperate enough, and if he's not desperate enough, he clearly hasn't been in the desert long enough.
Oh boy. Take cover, Nathan Drake. Come on. Didn't go well for you.
Must have been sent to look for the plane.
I think you continue to underestimate how big this desert is.
I don't see what that has to do with drinking people, but okay.
It doesn't, but I'm saying that apparently they were sent here to look for the plane, which means they're not that close considering that Nathan Drake walked for like 3 days.
It's also silly because they could just fly over it and then look for the smoking wreckage. It should be pretty plainly
Again,
visible
it's
in the fucking barren wasteland desert.
But it's really big to make me mad.
Yeah, I get that. You know how you cover large distances looking for things? A fucking plane.
With a grid.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm trapped down here.
I remember this part took me way too long to figure out when I was younger. Despite the fact that they kind of did this thing also.
So what you're saying is this time you've got it in the bag.
This time, yeah, because I've remembered what to do.
There's gotta be a way out of here.
And that was shoot the other pillar. Stop shooting me. Thank you. You seen my day?
Shit! This This is getting ridiculous. I've had enough of these assholes. No, 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 no.
Sucks to be that guy.
Oh, shit.
I have none bullets. That's an issue.
Alright, lesson learned. Do not fight this particular monster up close.
But it's fun, though.
Not this
Get
one.
right up on there. Just get right up in there.
Not this one. Because everything within a mile radius of this monster is a slip and slide.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is it the other new Elder Dragon? The Nemiel or whatever?
The big manta ray.
I think so.
But yes.
Aren't slip and slides fun, though?
Not when you're trying to hit a thing and you keep falling because you're in a slip and slide.
Yeah, true.
Also, when all of its attacks transfer through all of the water in the area that it is putting down with all of its attacks.
Even Drake.
It's like, have you been hit by one of his attacks? Great, welcome to this new thing we like to call getting hit by all of his attacks. It's got two states, wet and dry. Surprisingly, much more dangerous when dry.
Hopefully that's the last one.
Why'd you open your mouth, Nathan Drake? Don't say, hopefully that's the last of them, if you're not prepared for that not to be the last of them.
He's just trying to stay positive in these trying times.
Okay, I'm gonna be super honest, I thought that shadow was like a goat. Oh shit. Oh, that didn't go very well. Whoa! Where'd you come from? You scared the daylights out of me. I have little ammo. Alright, I got 100 headshots.
Nice.
Murdered many people.
God, it's hot.
The gold collection is coming along nicely.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What are you collecting the skulls from, exactly?
Humans.
Okay. And are they, like, the human skulls inside of these humans?
That is my assumption, but they could just be carrying more human skulls on their person, which I'm looting.
Yeah, like, they could just be carrying decorative
English, I
skulls.
speak English.
I mean, specifically, they're called Hillsbrad human skulls.
Okay. And I'm assuming that Hillsbrad is the area you are killing these humans?
That is correct.
Okay. In that case, yeah, these are probably
Alright,
those guys' skulls. So
I'm on a
maybe it's
horse.
just a matter of, like, sometimes when you kill them, the skull comes out and it's like, oh, this one's no good, it's nicked.
Yeah, my
The
shadow
skull
bolt.
was damaged in the removal process, so...
No, no.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I gotta get the hell out of here.
Guy at the quest counter has got an expert he can call, but he's only going to be able to give you, like, half credit for this human skull.
Alright, horsey section. The most exciting vehicle section.
I got it. You must get through the gates.
Alright, now we have new friends.
You are far from home, Annette.
You're in the middle of the desert. You're far from home. No kidding.
Shukran.
You do not belong out here. Any of you.
You spared me. Why not just kill me along with the others?
That would have been impolite. You're in distress. Even an enemy must be fed and sheltered. Are you my enemy, American?
Drake. My name is Drake.
Salim. I am Sheikh of this tribe.
Oh, look, it's the Sheikh.
Well, I don't mean to be forward, Salim. But I need a horse. I don't have anything to offer in return.
You plan to attack the English caravan alone?
You know about it.
My scouts have been tracking them for 2 days. Why are you here? Why do the English cross the Rub al-Khali?
They're looking for the lost city of Ubar.
Around of the pillars.
They've taken my friend hostage. He's the only one who knows the way. Once they find Aram, it'll be worthless to them. They'll kill him.
If they find Aram, we are all dead.
3,000 years
Yeah, we're gonna learn about the Ram of the Pillars.
commanded the power of the Jinn. Demons, born of smokeless fire, until they rebelled.
Talk about
He imprisoned the
genies.
vessel of brass and cast it into the depths of the city. Iran became a place of evil, cursed by the tormented spirits of the Jinn. The English must not reach the city. If they unleash the power of the Jinn,
We don't have much time, do we?
No. They have the greater numbers. We cannot attack them in the open. Tonight, rest. Tomorrow, they enter the canyons. We'll take them there.
All right.
Ride at
We
dawn.
made a friend, and we'll probably call that there. Because...
Does this mean that at some
Otherwise
point later in this Uncharted game, you're going to have to fight the genies?
What?
Are you going to have to gun down a bunch of genies?
No.
UV Will
That's
Smith.
crazy talk.
TFP
Join
Uncharted
us
is
next
dumb.
time. Join us next time for the last 14% of the video game. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.